I'm Courtney and welcome to my kitchen. Today we're going to do a plant-based take on Chick-fil-A nuggets, one of my favorite foods that I ate when I was younger. We didn't get fast food often, but when we did, it was Chick-fil-A. I'm going to show you how to take a few really simple plant-based ingredients to turn my childhood favorite into a plant-based treat today. Obviously, we're not going to use chicken. We're going to use tofu. Since we're using tofu, we're going to call this recipe Chik Fu nuggets. Get it? Tofu. So for the protein, we are going to use the extra firm or super firm tofu that you can get in the grocery store. I already cut it into the bite-size nugget pieces so that they can fully drain. And the only reason why I'm taking this step today is because we will be frying the nuggets to keep that, traditional flavor and texture of the nuggets. Water and oil don't mix very well, so I just had them on some paper towels on this plate. And they've been hanging out for over an hour at this point. You don't have to wait that long. Just make sure to get as much of the exterior moisture off of them before dredging and then frying. To go along with the Chick-fil-A nuggets, I'm going to make my version of their famous Chick-fil-A sauce. The main sub of my Chick-fil-A sauce recipe is going to be using vegan mayo. First, I'm going to put the sauce together just so it can sit and hang out, the flavors can blend while I work on the nuggets. Now that my sauce is done, I'm going to work on the flour mixture that I'm going to dredge the tofu in before frying. And if you've ever had Chick-fil-A nuggets or sandwiches before, you know the key ingredient to that exterior coating is the powdered sugar. So we're going to add some powdered sugar just for that little sweet edge mixed with the other seasonings. It's going to be delicious. Now I'm going to get the little tofu nuggets in their dredge. So they have a little bit of moisture even though they've been draining, but it'll help the breading cling. Getting all of the nuggets in there at the same time. Toss with your hands. Make sure they're all getting coated on all sides. Making a mess, as per usual. All right. Then just spreading them out, and I'm going to let them sit in here while the oil comes up to temperature. It's going to give them a little bit of a thicker coating to ensure they have the right texture and a good amount of seasoning on them. I just tested the oil to ensure that it's up to temperature and ready to fry the little nuggets by doing a pretty classic test. Just sticking a wooden spoon in the oil, and you might not be able to see it, but there's little bubbles forming on the surface you can sort of see as well. So they're ready to go in. I'm gonna put some of the nuggets on the spoon. We don't want to put any of the excess flour on there. I did toss them a couple more times just to ensure the coating is nice and thick and even. Since we're not making these nuggets with raw chicken, we don't have to worry about it getting fully cooked in the oil. We're mostly just going for the right color. Just be careful. Put them in gently. Make sure they don't stick to each other. And we're just going to fry them until they're golden brown and delicious. So we jumped outside really quick to take pictures of these little Chik Fu nuggets and figured we'd wrap up the video out here since we lost all our natural light in the kitchen. I tell you, with the sauce, it is so convincing. One moment, I'm gonna take a bite. The coating held up so nice, and it has a nice little puff from the baking powder in it. The only change that I would make to this recipe is to soak the tofu in a salted brine before you do the whole process of cutting it and then draining it, just so it imparts more flavor inside. I've actually done it like that before. I don't know why I didn't do like that today, but take my recommendation just so the seasoning is the whole way through the nugget. But it is so tasty. So we needed to do this wrap up and take pictures because we just found ourselves eating all the nuggets and we needed some for the photo and the video. But I hope you make this at home. If you do, tag those dang girls. Give us a follow on Instagram and stay tuned for future videos and more recipe inspiration.